She doesn't chase. She doesn't beg. And she doesn't compete. She moves with quiet confidence, not because she's better than anyone, but because she knows who she is. There's something rare about her energy, something the modern world is starving for. She's not defined by how she looks, who she dates, or what she owns, but by how she carries herself. This woman is high value. Not because the world said so, but because she decided to become one. Today, you'll discover the 10 signs of a high-value woman, the habits, principles, and mindset shifts that make her the rarest type of power on earth. So listen closely, because these signs don't just describe a woman. They describe a standard. A new kind of feminine strength, calm, intelligent, and impossible to imitate. 1. She knows her worth. The first sign of a high-value woman, she knows her worth. She doesn't ask, am I enough? She knows she is. But that confidence isn't arrogance, it's awareness. She understands that her time, her energy, and her presence are valuable currencies. So she doesn't waste them. You'll never find her begging for attention or chasing people who make her question her worth. Because she knows, when you know your value, you stop giving discounts. Most people try to earn worth by pleasing others. But a high-value woman creates worth by respecting herself first. And when she does that, the world follows. 2. She has emotional control. The second sign, emotional control. While others react impulsively, she stays grounded. She doesn't raise her voice to prove her point. She doesn't argue to win, she observes to understand. That composure is her power. When someone tries to provoke her, she doesn't give them the satisfaction of chaos. Why? Because she knows emotional control is the highest form of strength. She's learned that self-mastery is more impressive than any display of anger. When the world tests her, she remembers. You can't control everything, but you can control yourself. That's her secret weapon. 3. She has standards, not walls. The third sign, she has standards, not walls. She's not cold or distant. She's selective. She doesn't allow everyone into her space, because not everyone deserves access to her energy. Her standards aren't built from ego, they're built from experience. She's learned that what you tolerate becomes your norm. So she's careful. Not fearful, but discerning. Her boundaries say, I'm open, but not available to everything. And that quiet discernment, it's magnetic. Because people can sense when someone values themselves deeply. And they treat them accordingly. 4. She lives by principles, not emotions. The fourth sign, she lives by principles, not emotions. She doesn't make impulsive decisions based on moods. Her life is guided by values, consistency, integrity, growth. If she says she'll do something, she follows through, even when it's hard. Her word means something. This reliability sets her apart in a world addicted to comfort and excuses. And while others bend their values to please others, she stands firm. Not because she's stubborn, but because she knows her peace depends on her integrity. 5. She chooses peace over drama. The fifth sign, she chooses peace over drama. You'll never find her arguing online, chasing gossip, or competing with other women. Why? Because she's too focused on building, not battling. Her peace is her protection. When someone tries to draw her into conflict, she smiles and walks away. Because peace is a form of luxury only emotionally mature people can afford. And make no mistake, her peace makes her powerful. Because in a noisy world, calmness commands attention. 6. She balances independence with softness. The sixth sign, she balances independence with softness. She's not afraid to lead, to build, or to stand alone. But she's also not afraid to be gentle, kind, and nurturing. Her independence doesn't come from bitterness, it comes from self-sufficiency. She can provide for herself, emotionally and financially. But she also knows that true strength doesn't reject connection, it enhances it. Her power is in balance. She can be steel and silk at the same time. And that harmony makes her unforgettable. 7. She learns from pain, not destroys herself with it. The 7th sign, she transforms pain into wisdom. She's been hurt before. Disappointed, betrayed, broken. But she doesn't let pain turn her bitter. She lets it turn her brilliant. Every heartbreak taught her boundaries. Every loss taught her gratitude. Every rejection taught her self-reliance. That's what makes her so rare. She doesn't just survive pain, she uses it. Her scars aren't shameful, they're her armor. 8. She speaks with purpose. The 8th sign, she speaks with purpose. A high-value woman chooses her words carefully. She knows when to speak, and when silence says more. She doesn't gossip. She doesn't tear others down to feel powerful. Her words build, not destroy. And when she speaks, people listen. Not because she's loud, but because her words carry weight. That's what wisdom sounds like. Measured, meaningful, magnetic. 9. She doesn't chase, she attracts. The 9th sign, she doesn't chase. Not love. Not attention. Not validation. Because she knows that what's meant for her will align with her peace, not disturb it. Her focus isn't on being chosen, it's on being ready for what she deserves. And because she doesn't chase, she attracts. She draws people in with her energy. The calm, the confidence, the self-assurance. That's the paradox of power. When you stop seeking it, it seeks you. 10. She lives with purpose. The 10th and final sign, she lives with purpose. She's not just existing. She's evolving. Whether it's through her work, her art, her kindness, or her discipline, she contributes something real to the world. Purpose gives her glow meaning. It gives her ambition direction. And that purpose, it makes her timeless. Because beauty fades. Trends die. But purpose leaves a legacy. The high-value woman isn't a myth. She's a mindset. She's the woman who chose peace over approval. Who turned her wounds into wisdom. Who built her life around truth instead of trends. She's not better than anyone, she's just braver. Brave enough to be authentic. Brave enough to say no. Brave enough to grow. And that is the rarest kind of power. A high-value woman doesn't prove her worth, she lives it.